Now, I've always been super honest about my love of candela. When it comes to, are you a large lumen guy or are you a large candela guy, I've always been large candela. So when Olight got in touch and said that they're releasing a new Javelot Turbo 2, would I like to test one out? Before I'd even got back to the end of the email, I'd already emailed them back and said, yes, definitely please send me one, because this is an absolute beast when it comes to candela. It's over 500,000 CDs. Now, as far as CDs are concerned, that's a lot. What I'll do is we'll go quickly through what's in here, because I think more so with this light than any other light that I've tested in the past, this is all about how this performs in the dark. So let's turn around the camera very quickly and let's have a look what you get with the Javelot Turbo 2. Now, I'm not going to rush too quickly through this, but I really do think you need to see this in action to really get an understanding of just how beautiful this light is. So this is the box that it comes in. I think if you're after a hard wearing protective case for a light, then this is pretty as tough as it gets. Opening this up, it does have a little grab handle here. You can carry that if you want to, if you're using this for hunting. So inside you get the Olight Turbo 2, and you also get some instructions with this, as you generally get with most Olights. And then, so I just want to show you some bits on here. So charging this, it does charge with one of the magnetic charge cables, but there are actually two ways that you can charge it to add extra versatility. This is the pouch that it comes in, so this will get onto a waist belt. You've got a strap here on the back, or you can pass this through that's something kind of MOLLE compatible. On the outside, it's made with a tough like ballistic nylon style material, but then on the inside of here you also have this really nice flush felt to make sure that it's protected when you're taking it in and out of here. As far as the colours are this is concerned, it's available in a few different colours. This is the black one, and there is also a green one as well. Now, excuse me, I do have a little bit of a tickly cough today. It has a magnetic closing on here to make sure that, again, it's just nice and protected. Now, this is actually multifunctional, because hopefully you've seen this lanyard just kind of flopping around a bit. That's because here in the top you have a remote switch for this. So you also get, for your remote switch, you get one of these silicone bands which your remote switch will fit into. Now, to get it in properly, it's better to remove the lanyard from here, but I guess if you wanted to, you could probably pass the lanyard. Can we? Yeah, we could do that, but for now that will fit in there. If you have this on a rifle, then you can put it around your rifle. You could put it on your wrist. You could put this on the top of a vehicle, maybe if you're out hunting in the night and you want this so that it's on the top of your truck, so that you have this on your wrist and then you can turn it on and off. But yeah, it's nice that it has that. Now, to make sure that you've always got this with you, that's why it's perfect that this slots into here. Now, I do like the remote switch that they've got with this, because this is very clever how they've integrated this. So here on the side you'll see these three, this kind of connect part, and there's three of these underneath here as well. So this just magnetizes onto here, and when it magnetizes on, or at least when you take it off, you'll notice that this turns blue to show that it's just been removed. So while this is on, you can press it, and there you can see that we've turned on and we've turned off. But this will always make sure, so whatever the battery is that is in here, it will always make sure that this is charged. So again, I'm not pointing this, there you go. You can see that this turns it on and off. I quite like this. I've not used it as much. Generally, I've just been using this as a flashlight, but I can certainly see that maybe if you are hunting, you've got a hide, and you're within a certain distance from that hide, so I don't know, you want to distract something so that you can take the shot, you can turn this on with this. And I also like the fact that it's constantly paired. Now, if it does become unpaired, if you put it back on again, I think if you press this button 3 times and then hold this down for 3 seconds, it will automatically pair that again for you. So they're all of the accessories that come with this. Now the actual light itself is a bit of a beast in a few different ways. One, from the amount of light and or at least the candela that this pokes out, but it's also reasonably large. Main reason for that is the battery that is in here. I'll put the exact measurements down here as well, of course. So here you have this huge battery in here. So this is a 1500 milliamp hour battery. I believe that this is a proprietary one as well, like with most Olights. But yes, so this is in here, and that takes up the main body here. So as I screw this in, you can see that the whole body, or the shaft of the handle here, this is for the battery itself. Charging this, you can charge this one of two ways. So on the end here, you have a fairly standard charging port for Olights. So you have your magnetic charging cable that fits onto the end. If for some reason you have misplaced that, then you can also still use a USB Type-C. So there's a USB Type-C port here that you can just kind of pop your charger into, and then you're good to go as well. On the end, looking into there, you can see really deep flat reflector. So as far as the amount excuse me again, as far as the amount of light that this pumps out on the lumen side, it's 1800 lumens, which thinks that's not, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's enough. But it's not massive, considering you have some of those really powerful lights out there that are throwing out 6, 7, 8,000 up to, well, even more than that. The difference with this is the witchcraft that it does with the candela. All of the geometry within that flat reflector in there is channeling that light, so that the candela on this is over 500,000 CDs. That is almost laser. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Then it's laser accurate. You've got up to 1,500 meters worth of throw with this. Now we're going to go down to a quarry tonight, which I know is roughly about 800 meters across the quarry. Well, that was a tongue twister. Just to show you how well this throws. As I mentioned, I'll get through this, but absolutely amazing. Now, UI on this, there is a tail switch here, and then there is your normal switch here. So with the tail switch, you can do a half press, which gives you some light, or you can do a full press, which gets you straight through to the highest. Or you can use your normal button here. Now to turn it on, because I did it the wrong it's actually a long press to turn on. So usually with an Olight, it's a single press to turn on. With this one, it's a long press to turn on, and then to swap through the different modes. So we have low, medium, high, and turbo. You then do single presses. There's no flashy strobe light, there's no kind of special modes on here. This is just designed to be a searchlight, and it does that exceptionally. Again, just to go back to those big headlights, 1,800 lumens worth of light coming out of this, but it's concentrating that incredibly well to over 500,000 CDs, which makes a throw on this up to 1,500 meters. Now, let's stop talking. Let's have a look at how well this performs in the dark. Now, it's a reasonably nice night tonight. It's very clear in the skies above, but we're out with the Olight Turbo 2. As mentioned before, so rather than a single press foot on, it's a long press foot on, and we're currently on the low mode, which is 15 lumens. Now I can see, hopefully you can see, just pointing at these trees there, those trees are about, say, 20 meters away. I can faintly see some trees behind them, but with 15 lumens on low, it's incredible that we're getting this kind of distance from it. Now, to go through the different lumen modes, rather than using a long press, it's just a single press. So we are now on the medium mode. Medium mode on this is 150 lumens. So getting back to these trees again, so there's the trees that are about 20 meters away. If I just look to the left, you can now see through there, and there are more trees, say maybe 25-30 meters, and then faintly just off to the distance that way there are some more. But bringing this up 150 lumens with ease, being able to look into the canopy of these trees here is an absolute it's just a phenomenon. The amount of physics, or yeah, it's physics, of course it's physics, but being able to throw this light that distance is incredible. Now I can do another quick press or a single press. This is now on high. Now when I hold this like this, look at that, it's like a lightsaber. It's awesome. This is the type of watch, okay, we were all kids, we always wanted one of those lights that had that kind of trail, and this is that light. So on the high mode, this is now 600 lumens. Being able to see down that gap that there was before, you know, there's trees 100 meters down there that I'm able to see. Just trying to see if I can find some off. We will go to the quarry, as I mentioned, after this. I know that's about 800 meters across, but absolutely amazing. Now another quick press. This is your turbo mode. This is your full 1800 lumens, and again, so look at the light coming out of that. You know, you see those TikTok adverts where you see those kind of lights and you don't think they're real. This is that light. This is your 1800 lumens of just sheer Canon, and look at that. So looking up into these up here. Now the hot spot on this, hopefully you can see that the hot spot is incredibly defined. Looking at the spill on the side as well, you can see that that is also incredibly defined. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Now there was something that I wanted to show you, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this off and I'm just going to put it down there for a second. I have my little head torch on at the moment, but I mentioned that remote switch. So I have the remote switch here in my hand, and I can press this, and as you can see, it turns on. So if it is that you're using this for hunting, whatever it is that you're using this for, whether you want to attach it to your rifle, or maybe you're in a hide and you want it to point in one particular direction maybe, then yeah, absolutely awesome. Now let's go and have a look at that quarry. Right, we're here. So off into the distance, this is the top of this quarry that I was on about. It's filled in now, but stood at the top here, there's a big path that goes all the way down to the bottom. Holding this over my head now, so that's the floor of the quarry there, that's easily 400 meters away, and yeah, it's like it's broad daylight down there. A little bit further now, that's the middle of the quarry, which is a huge fishing lake. I really do hope you guys can see how well this is lit up, but there'll probably be people fishing around there right now that are really annoyed at me shining this light. Then off into the distance, just where those lights are there, that's an industrial estate, and I checked on Google Maps, it's just short of 800 meters away. Can I see the football pitch? There is a oh no, it's on the other side of that little side there, but there is a football pitch down there. I probably could see that, but yeah, probably really annoying the guys that are fishing around here. But yeah, checked Google Maps, I think it was 784 meters to the opposite side, roughly from where I'm stood now. There's a little kind of a building down there which I can see easily. Absolutely amazing, breathtaking just how much light and the distance that this throws. When you think Commissioner Gordon had got a bat signal that was the size of a table that could fit a family 4 around it to shine the bat signal up into the sky. It's now 2025 and I can do it with a light from Olight. There'll be planes flying into Manchester Airport that could probably see this. It's that good. Now I did mention if you need to use this to check, so there's 2 bunnies just over there just running along the side there. Hopefully you can pick these up, but being able to track the bunnies as they run across the field is absolutely so easy. Let's just check what mode we are on. Oh, I've lost the button. So we were on the full 1800 lumens. being able to see over to this tree here. Again, this is just lit up like a Christmas tree. Incredibly easy to see. That tree's 150 meters away, and it's like I'm next door to it. See if we can find some deer. Probably not. Scared them off with a torch, but yeah, just following this hedge line there. About, it just clears over the edge there, maybe 100 meters away. That tree, as I mentioned, about 150 meters away. It's just amazing. We're putting this up into the sky again. Just how far that stretches, unbelievable. Now this is the path. So just filming over there, but this is the path back down to Castle Moorlander. That's a good 200-300 meters down there, and it's lit up like it's daylight. It's just incredible. Again, always blown away when it comes to candela over lumens. Let's have a quick look into this field, and there is in fact a tree just over there. It's a couple hundred meters away. Tree, absolutely awesome. Crazy the amount of light from this. And again, just down the path to Castle Moorlander, lit up like a Christmas tree. This, by the way, is on the turbo, the full 1,800 lumens. Now, I am a card-carrying, flag-flying candela snob. I've said it. I mean, I've said it once or twice in this piece of content, and I've said it once or twice in other pieces of content before. I much prefer candela over lumens, and when they sent this to, I don't know why I sniffed that then, but when they sent, oh, it smells so good. Anyway, when they sent this to me, I was always going to like this, because this is the Mac Daddy, this is the beast from Olight when it comes to candela, and I love it. I stroke this every night before I go. No, I really do. I think if you're after candela, then this is the light for you. Now, when I'm talking about that, if you're after candela, why would you need it? I think specifically, if you have land to tend, if you have stock to manage, being able to use this as a spot, as a searchlight, to kind of spot where they are. It's great for that. If you're a hunter and you're after something to be able to pinpoint where certain things are, it's also great for that as well. I believe there are 2 SKUs of this. This is the version that I've got, and there is another version that comes with different diffusers on the end. So whether you need a red light or whether you need a green light, you can put those onto it, and they fit perfectly, specifically for hunters. I think they've also updated the retention system onto whichever rifle it is that you're using. Maybe it is that, again, you're looking for predators on your land, you need to be able to shoo them away, or you're just a massive candela snob like me. I think this is the light that you've been waiting for. I sound like I'm blowing smoke up their arse there a little bit, and maybe I am, mainly because of how much I like candela. So anyway, I just want to say a huge thank you. Now, I did mention this at the beginning in the little kind of the sentence at the front, but this was sent to me free of charge from Olight. I do have a very good relationship with Olight. If there was anything that I didn't like about this, anything that I would possibly change about this, I am free to mention it, I'm free to discuss it and make the content that I wish to make. There's no sort of, they've paid me to make this, although they sent this to me free of charge. This isn't a sponsored piece of content, but yes, really nice. Now, of course, I'll leave some links below so that you can see more from Olight and where you can pick this up and lots of their other different types of lights. I'll also leave some of my social media links below so that you can see more from me here on Moorlander EDC and my sister channel Moorlander Tactical. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. Guys, bloody cold. I think the cold's gone, but it's one of those lingering kind of chesty coffee kind of things. I don't know why I'm telling you guys the symptoms. Anybody? No, anyway. Where were we? You know, sometimes when you feel like you've shot yourself in the foot because you've over, what's the word? You've kind of over-given bits of information about you. And you're like, oh, I probably shouldn't have mentioned that. But I am a massive Candela. Sorry, I'm just pointing this at the tree here and thinking how kind of cool it is. Yeah. Hey, we all have our own vices. I like bags, I like Candela, I like watches. A lot of the things that we're not going to talk about here on this piece of content that I like, but you know, but it flies. I think this summer is going to be a very flyy summer because we've only had the sun out for the last 2.5 days and there's already loads of flies. Yeah, so there you go. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all good. I hope you all had... I'm not sure what day this is coming out. It might come out midweek. I might even need to do an extra day because I think I've got a few things I need to film today. But whatever day this comes out, I hope you've all been having an awesome week, and I hope whatever adventures you have this weekend, they are all good, they are all safe, with a little bit of risk in there. We all like a little bit of risk, but I hope you all manage to get home safe to your friends and family, and yeah, see you soon. That was a weird noise. There's a bird. Must have been a bird or a tree. Anyway, see you in a bit.